Hi everyone. This morning I'm going to talk a little bit about what disorganization has cost me. So when my trainer Carol asked me to do a speech, it was originally on organization, and I was like, oh no! Well, it's not exactly what I thought, but I'll keep this clean. I thought, how am I going to talk about organization with any kind of expertise or confidence, because I struggle with it so much. And I had to have 2 stories in it. So I asked her, could I please do it on another form of the word, say what an or disorganization has cost me? She said, sure. I said, thank God. So the first thing I did was look up the definition of the 2 words. An example of unorganization would be, I have some papers on my desk, somebody comes in, asks me for something, and after a minute or so I find it. Disorganization would be same scenario, same piece of paper, likely it turns to dust before I ever find it again. So let me tell you a little story about something that happened a couple days after Carol gave me the task of getting organized and doing this speech. Let me say, I believe the universe brings us exactly what we need to grow. So a couple days later, executives come in from Arizona. One of them tells me, we're going to have a visit from the Joint Commission the next day. We're going to have a meeting. I'm like, no big deal. And it wasn't. It was an option 3. So it's like a mock inspection, if you will. So we get in there the next morning. We're all at the conference table. She's introducing herself and how long she's been at her company, what her roles are, what her responsibility is, what her credentials are. And she wants us as managers to do the same. Okay. Then she starts talking about the inspection she'll do and what records she may ask us for. That's when I wanted to throw up all over the table. So here's this lady telling me all this great stuff that I really need to know, get my checks and balances, get organized, and I can't hear half of it, so thank God someone's taking notes, because I'm trying to figure out where everything is, because I'm disorganized. And at the end of the day, by the time the nausea subsided, I was grateful because now I could really get myself together and have this stuff ready for when they came. But it was embarrassing. So, let me give you another example. The week before, Carol asked me to do a speech on what makes a team. Easy peasy, I love team building. So what do? I procrastinate, which is another big part of disorganization. Have to have this videoed and to her Tuesday noon. 6 a.m. Tuesday, I start to write the speech. Get a pretty good outline by 7 a.m. I'm still telling myself that I'll get to the office, type up a final draft, record it, and get it to Carol by noon, and it'll be great. Yeah. So I get to the office, I'm busy. 10:30 rolls around, I start typing. I get what I want to call a final draft. Not really. I get the speech. Run out and get Nicole, my assistant, and how she kept a straight face I'll never know. And we begin recording. I can't ever look at the camera. I read the whole speech. And then, it's almost noon. How am I going to get it to her? Because guess what? I don't have my Apple phone, which is a whole other story. So I have the bright idea of uploading it on Facebook. Yes, I did that. So Carol said as she viewed it, all she could think about is that I must have really endured a lot of tragedy in my life. And while that might be so, I was talking about something I'm passionate about that I want to do in my company. I love my team and I love team building. So what did it cost me? It cost me perhaps not getting the position I want in my company. Embarrassment because I wanted to put my head in the sand. Time, and we don't get that back. Money for both myself and my company. Peace of mind because a cluttered mind has no peace. And health because of the anxiety and the stress. I can't tell you the freedom I found in just doing some of these tasks for getting organized in the last couple weeks. So, I would encourage you to give yourself a break and get organized.